This is Rhino for Jewelers, and today I'm going to show you how to make an oval diamond bezel setting ring. I'm going to share some tips about the workflow and how to make a ring ready for production, for 3D printing, casting, and then stone setting. Let's begin. The gem size is going to be 7.9 over 5.5. This is around 1 carat. So I'm going to hide that one. I'm gonna just say that I'm working with colors. This is the best way for me to work. It keeps me really organized, and I kind of have a color for each part. I'm gonna share it with you, and this is just a really good way to be organized. So I'm gonna start with my ring size. I'm gonna go with red. I'm working with red. And in the midpoint of my front, I'm gonna do 17.8. This is EU 56 and US 7.5. And what I always do, I'm just gonna bring my sizes back and I'm just gonna make sure that this is the right size. And I'm gonna make the gem from my ring size is gonna be 1.5 to be really accurate. I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna move my gem, the point of my gem right over here. And I'm gonna lock the gem, not hide it, lock it, so it cannot move. And now I'm gonna start with the bezel itself, and then I'm gonna do the band. So I'm gonna choose my purple, select an ellipse right over here, the diameter one, and I'm just gonna trace from the midpoint of my gem right over here, so it will be perfectly. And then I'm gonna press Alt and I'm gonna copy it right over here. So it will be around 0.3 millimeters. It needs to be higher from the gem if I'm gonna make a bezel one. So right in here, and it should be in the same shape. And now I'm gonna select again from the rondist and Alt and move it down right about here and scale it down so it will be at the size of our gem. And after I finish with that, I'm gonna do Alt again and copy it right over here inside of my ring size. And now I'm just gonna loft it right here and select each and every one of them. And I'm gonna choose the straight one, so it will be perfectly aligned with the gem. My color for cutting is white, and I'm gonna cup it. In here, and I have an inside cut. Now for the bezel itself, it's really important to consult with your stone setter because every stone is different for setting. This one specifically is 1 carat, so I will not recommend making it offset less than 1.1, even 1 millimeters, because it needs a lot of material. The stone setter needs material to set it correctly. So I'm gonna do offset and I'm gonna do 1.1. Now, it really depends how you would like the bezel to look like. I would like it to be from the right, that it will be with a little angle. So I'm just gonna press Alt and duplicate it. And I want it to be inside of my ring size. And then I'm gonna scale it down. And I'm gonna use my loft again, right here. Okay, and it will be with a little angle, so it won't be completely straight. And I'm gonna cup, gonna change this to black. And I'm gonna do Boolean difference for this and my inside. And so it will be perfectly inside of outside of my ring. I'm gonna select my size curve and I'm gonna extrude that with white. This is my color for cutting. I'm gonna select my bezel difference and I have an exact shape of my ring right in here. Gonna deselect, gonna hide right now for the loops around here, and I can start doing the band. I'm gonna start with a profile from the bottom in red. So I'm gonna select my my curve. I'm gonna select my line and I'm gonna make it 1.8 right about here. I'm gonna select a midpoint and I'm gonna do 2.3 millimeters from this side. And there are a lot of ways to make a profile. I have some that are prepared, but I'm gonna show you how I make them. So I'm gonna take this line right about here and I'm gonna mirror it to the other side and make a perfect arch right here from both sides. I'm gonna take the arc and split it in the middle, and then I can delete my right side. And to make it perfect, I'm gonna blend two curves from right here. And I have a perfect arch that I can mirror to the other side and then join everything. Now you can decide to leave it like that and the goldsmith can fillet it, but I prefer to do it myself. Right here, I'm gonna fillet corners and I'm gonna do 0.2. And I have a perfect profile. To make the profile that I like, I'm gonna need to add more for the rail itself because we're gonna sweep it. So I am going to select my profile and I'm gonna rotate, and by copy, I'm gonna press yes. So I will copy a few along my curve. So I'm gonna select the midpoint and I'm gonna do one in 45 degrees, one in the middle, another one in 45 from the top, and right in the middle of my 180. So I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now let's start with my front view. And I'm gonna take this one and with pressing record history, I'm gonna mirror it to the other side. And then I can make a perfect arch right here from quad to quad to the middle, right over here. And I wanna make a different shape that it will go and go higher. So I'm gonna select my top one and I'm gonna make with my 2D scale only for the top. And I would like it to be right in here. So it won't be exactly in the middle of my gem. It will be a lot lower. So I will have this shape that it will go up. And then I can take my curve and from here, I can just go around until it goes to the top of my quad. And now let's just fix for the shape that I like right here. In here, I would like it to have this kind of I would like it to have this kind of shape. Not too much, just a little. Right over here. And now I'm gonna take this one And again with my 2D scale from the bottom to the top, and with I'm gonna press int in here so it will be touching my top line, my top curve. And I'm gonna select both of them and I'm just gonna merge them, join them, sorry, right here. And let's just split this part so we'll only have my right side. After that we can mirror it. And now we have the front. I'm gonna do my right side. I'm just gonna take the top profile and I'm just gonna scale it right over here so it will be around here. I don't want it to be too close to the edge. And just so I will have this kind of mark, I will take from the midpoint here to this midpoint here, and I can see the shape that I like. I want it to be from small to big. So I'm just gonna move and scale this one, and I'm gonna scale that part. And the top one. And then I can delete that part. We're gonna do record history because I will probably need to do a few changes. So record history, and then sweep to, I'm gonna select my 2 rails, and then gonna select all my profiles. And I'm just gonna fix my arrow so that will be in the right direction and the same midpoint. It's really important for the flow of the rail. Okay, and I'm gonna change it to blue. And now, as you can see, it's not quite the shape that I wanted, but because I did record history, I can change it however I like. Right in here, let's just change that part. And that one. Maybe if I will change the top part right here, it will fix it right here. Here and I'm just gonna fix it to the shape that I like. Let's make it bigger. I can make it a lot bigger. And maybe that part as well, right here. And let's just make it higher. And this one smaller. Because I did the record history, I can just change it however I like. The front part looks really well. I'm just gonna make more changes on my right. I don't really like how it looks, so I'm just gonna play with it until I find my desired shape. Right here, in here. Let's just fix this part. Right here. And maybe I'm gonna make this one smaller because I'm looking from the top. Right here. And after I'm happy with my shape and my band, I can just mirror it to the other side, right in here, and join both of them. Let's hide the profiles. Now, to connect both of them, there are a lot of ways. The thing is, specifically with sweep 2, sometimes it doesn't sweep perfectly, because if you look right over here, and I'm gonna split it with my Bezel, it's just gonna split this part. You see, it's kind of it's not exactly aligning. So what I'm gonna do, what I usually do, if I see that it's not splitting correctly, I'm gonna take my basil and I'm just gonna move it down by 0.01. It's really small, and at the end of the day, it doesn't affect anything really, because when the goldsmith is cleaning it will not be affected. So I just need a little material from the bottom to split it. So I'm gonna select my band and then split with my basil. And then, ta-da! It's really, really minor. It's 0.01 and it's splitting perfectly. And I'm gonna select my basil, split with my band, and then I can connect them, join them. It's usually help that to understand that sometimes it's a computer program and it doesn't sweep perfectly. So we just need, I don't call it cheat, it's kind of cheating, but it doesn't affect the overall. So it's looking great as it is. And I have my basil for production right in here from each and every side, right here.